Let us start with the lecture. This is the second last class of our course, that is Unit 5, which is Entrepreneurship. Today we'll go through the opportunity analysis. The basic parameters will be competitive and technical factors. So when we'll go through these factors, we need to understand certain things, certain features, certain points. It's kind of a market opportunity which everybody wants to analyze. Now, what is exactly this opportunity analysis all about is all of us considering a variety of business ideas, or being a final year student, you must have variety of business ideas, whosoever wants to become entrepreneur. And definitely whosoever wants to pick the line of entrepreneur are having many ideas, along with analyzing many of the times we are analyzing the market opportunities also. But really speaking, all the ideas whatever you are thinking are not worth pursuing the same, because we need to understand, and it is important to narrow down that thinking, that options what we are working at. से जिसको भी entrepreneurship में या अपना business startup करना है, he or she will look into the market and will analyze a grocery shop, even a milk distribution work. These are very basic things. A mechanic shop, or a bigger workshop, or whatever we are pursuing to start with, we are analyzing whatever is happening around us, and also the opportunities available in the market about that business. So मैं सारे काम देखता हूँ, ये भी मैं कर सकता हूँ, ये भी मैं कर सकता हूँ, ये भी मैं कर सकता हूँ, but this won't gives us success as a career in entrepreneurship. So being an entrepreneurship, we need to narrow down those options by analyzing certain things, and we need to have a focus on the one or ones which have the highest potential to get the success. So this is the basic thing which we need, which we have to discuss today. Okay. Okay. So now, because chasing too many growth initiatives may be dangerous for a particular business. Okay, because if somebody is already having a particular business and he wants to expand the business like anything. I mean, बहुत सारे एक चेन है ऑलरेडी, फिर पैरेलली दूसरा प्रोडक्ट लाइन, तीसरा प्रोडक्ट लाइन, चौथा प्रोडक्ट लाइन, ये टोटली ऑल टुगेदर डिफरेंट बैंड्स. If I open the initiatives one by one like anything, if I'm unable to handle the situations, है ना. कई बार क्या होता है ना कि बंदा बड़ा होने के चक्कर में बहुत ज्यादा ब्रांड लाइंस या प्रोडक्ट लाइंस ओपन करता है, देन हर जगह ध्यान न देने के कारण ओवरऑल जो ग्रुप का रेवेन्यू में कम डाउन. एंड सेम थिंग मे हैपन विद अ न्यू पर्सन हु suddenly wants to grow in a particular business. So this could not happen. One has to establish a particular idea into a business, and then and only then he or she must go for a newer one, because in that way only one can grow, because it's not opening a business, it's maintaining the same. So maintaining the business has is very different and difficult. Okay, because starting a business, it's a good idea, but maintaining it, it's a bigger one. It's a bigger challenge to maintain the same. Okay, so that is what is much required, and that is what the theory talks about here. So we need to understand how to maintain the business. Okay, now moving ahead with the same, as I told you, chasing too many growth opportunities may be dangerous. for even a new business or an existing business, Harvard Business has reviewed or analyzed work as an executive team. The list grows with the priority, because if we are not prioritizing a particular work or focusing a particular work, then the company revenue may come down. Okay, because focusing a small set of promise or small set of initiatives can lead to more than above average revenue growth revenues. Because if we are unable to focus on a particular startup, or already a young business, then we won't be able to encash the same, you know. So for that, we have 5 steps to evaluate the attractiveness of the business opportunity, and to start the prioritizing the business initiatives whatever we have taken, you know. We have many students with us in our 8th semester itself who have started uh, many businesses, parallelly 2 3 businesses they have started, but unfortunately due to corona or due to some other reasons, they need to shut down the business and start something new. So why it happens? It happens because of premature analysis and premature market study, premature market survey. Or because if we are unable to analyze our customer, our competitors, or the market potential, then we won't be able to run the business. So that is what is really very required, and we need to understand the same. So how to understand the same? Now, first of all, let us see this point, which is research your customer and competition. So, as I told you earlier, also we need to analyze and do a proper market research to know what are our customers and competitors on multiple levels. Because if we are unable to evaluate the demand for a particular service or product, which is we are going to either put or already we are running with, so that has to be really very realistic. That has to be realistic. And if it is not realistic, then how can we expand uh, in a particular market? Though we need to understand the potential of the market also, you know, so the increase the worth of the company. Then identifying the customer segments, that gives characteristics of the market as well. What kind of characteristics I am talking about here? Those are the characteristics which gives us the age, gender, education, income, occupation, and the place of residence, or any other specific lifestyle or cultural values if they pursue. So these are the factors we need to understand while identifying various customer segments also. So these many things we need to understand and analyze the properly. Also, we should consider the customer motivation. Why? What is the motivation? What is the motivation behind getting any particular or service? That if somebody wants a mobile to be repaired, तो वो इजीली रिपेयर हो, जल्दी से जल्दी रिपेयर हो और उसके बाद दोबारा ना बिगड़े. So that is the motivation behind a person whose mobile is not working properly. So exactly what job is the custom of the customer, is he or she is trying to get it done? So what are the barriers? You know, maybe constraining consumption. Uh, what kind of barriers they are looking at? So customer, जैसे पहले कोरोना से पहले ही होम डिलीवरीज चालू हो गई थी ऑफ एनी काइंड ऑफ, either it is grocery or body products or skin products or whatever product we are using. Home delivery तो पहले से ही चालू थी. Now it was an ease for a person who was used to it or who was consuming through online delivery. And now due to corona we are using that thing. So the person whosoever has started with that kind of function has a long vision available with it. Even nowadays, both husband and wife or both the life partners are working, so they don't have time to visit a grocery shop or a vegetable shop or a or or a person who is keeping fruits, vegetables together. So they definitely can order the things and get it received at their doorstep itself. So this was the idea behind, and now that idea is highest encashed in this corona period. So this kind of unique features or unique things, although things are same, products are almost same, the mobile only two three features are same, but the kind of the kind of the relax or you can say this worth these mobiles and laptops and computers are giving nowadays, or the home delivery kind of thing. So we can understand the idea behind a particular person whosoever has this kind of long vision that this could happen, and people may increase the consumption, or will ask for these kind of services. So knowing your key competitors and assessing your strength and weakness also will give a clear picture about specific designing specific growth strategies, and also will give you the ways to differentiate your products and services. Okay, this was the point. Research your customer and competition. Now the coming to the next point, to get a high level view of the market. How to get a high level view of the market? We need to understand with certain questionnaire. Now, how to analyze that thing? Assessing your customer and competitors is not an sorry. Assessing your customer and competitors is not enough. You also need to obtain a broader understanding of the market as a whole. Now, what kind of potential will give the success in this particular market? So that is really required. Otherwise, our organization could be trapped in our thinking itself. Say for a few percentage point to be increased is not enough. Say suppose if a market is having a potential of say 100%, and our competitors and the competitors are carrying the 70% of the market, and that 30% of the market they are that 30% of the market is still unexplored, or 50% of the market is unexplored, then there are chances to get into the business uh, that will give little good potential in the market. Otherwise, if it is like 90%, 95% of the market is consumed, only 5% market is left with us. So there won't be much, available with us. So that cannot be encashed, और उस बिजनेस विंग को उतना ध्यान देने की जरूरत नहीं है ना. So this could be this kind of the cases we need to analyze those kind of cases. Okay, we need to analyze those kind of cases कि कौन सा business wing में, if somebody is starting with a business, then he has to think. If somebody is already prevailing that kind of business, then also he or she has to think कि what kind of business we किन businesses पे हम strike करें, किन पे ना करें. तो ये सारी चीजें सोचने की है. और ऐसे कौन से क्वेश्चन है वो हम अपने आप से पूछें, सो दैट जो हमारे डिसीजंस हो वो सही हो. मार्केट रिसर्चर्स आर एक्सपर्ट. Many of the people hire market researchers. These people are expert in providing overall clear picture, which will help us to take step ahead in uh, in thinking about the company's growth. Okay. Now, when we are analyzing the market, certain questions comes into play in our mind. So, first of all, we need to answer those. What are these questions? These questions will be what is the market size? Market size is like we need to analyze the population first of all, and out of that population we need to analyze how many males and females are there, and then we need to get the demography of the same. Demography in the sense is like किस एज के कितने बंदे हैं, किस एज के कितने बंदे हैं, एंड ओके सो कितने एज के कितने परसेंटेज जो है वो 18 से नीचे हैं, कितने जो है वो 18 से 40 के बीच में हैं, देन कितने हैं जो 40 से 50 के बीच में हैं। इस तरह से उनके प्रोडक्ट या प्रोडक्ट लाइन स्पेसिफिक में वो पूरा ये एनालाइज कर लेते हैं, बिकॉज वो प्रोडक्ट किस एज ग्रुप के लिए है, मैक्सिमम कौन सा एज ग्रुप खरीदता है वो उनको बता देता है। सो दिस वे टोटल पॉपुलेशन में
मम्मी कह रहा था
मार्केट साइज कितना है ये सब वो पता कर देते हैं। नाउ हाउ क्विकली वी आर एबल टू एक्सपैंड और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अवर मार्केट, that is really required. Expanding the market means increasing the resources. How quickly we can increase the resources and provide the expansion to the market, है ना। और जितना मार्केट अवेलेबिलिटी दिखा रहा है क्या उससे आगे जा सकता है। दूसरा, हमको अगर अपने बिजनेस को मान लीजिए वर्स्ट केस वो फेलियर होता है तो उसको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करने में कितना टाइम लगेगा। अगर मैं 500 यूनिट सप्लाई की सोच रहा हूँ और उसको मुझे 100 यूनिट पे लाना है या 200 यूनिट पे लाना है तो मेरे नुकसान क्या क्या है। हाउ मेनी बायर्स आर देयर, कितने बायर्स अवेलेबल हैं। बायर्स मींस एक्चुअल मार्केट साइज की बात हो रही है। देन क्या क्या बैरियर्स है एंट्री के लिए। बैरियर्स हो सकते हैं जो ऑलरेडी निच प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जो कि मार्केट में हैं। से साबुन के लिए अगर मुझे एंट्री करनी है तो सबसे बड़ा बैरियर है लक्स, और इस तरह के और भी ब्रांड्स, ठीक है। कॉम्पिटिटर्स तो हैं ही हैं, फिर रिसोर्सेस हैं, सप्लायर्स हैं, वेंडर्स हैं, है ना। तो वो सारे बैरियर्स, गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज हैं, ये सारे बैरियर्स हैं जो एक एक करके मुझे हर्डल्स को क्रॉस करना होगा, दैट हैज टू बी एनालाइज्ड। देन व्हाट इज द बार्गेनिंग पावर ऑफ द सप्लायर्स। अब बार्गेनिंग पावर ऑफ द सप्लायर में सीधी सी बात बोलूं तो जो रॉ मटेरियल रिसीव कर रहा है वो कितने दिन की उधार लेना चाहता है और सप्लायर कितने दिन की उधार देगा। दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द बार्गेनिंग पावर ऑफ द सप्लायर। या कैश पेमेंट कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे क्या फायदा मिलेगा, बिकॉज इट इज फार बेटर कि सप्लायर्स को हम पेमेंट डिले करें, वो ज़्यादा फायदा देता है इस केस में। तो जितनी ज़्यादा उधार मिल जाए दैट इज द हाईएस्ट बार्गेनिंग पावर फ्रॉम द सप्लायर एंड to the supplier end, है ना। The what is the industry value chain? Now what is the industry value chain is इंडस्ट्री की जो रिक्वायरमेंट है प्रोडक्ट्स की, हाउ फास्ट इट इज कंज्यूमिंग एंड व्हाट इज द चेन बिहाइंड इट, दैट नीड्स टू बी अंडरस्टैंड। देन व्हाट इज द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द कंपटीशन। say intensity of the competition is quite high in the mobile market nowadays. It is not that much in the laptop market or the desktop market, but it is quite high in the intensity in the mobile market. Okay, so you can understand what is the term intensity used, why the term intensity used here. The last point is a threat of new entrants or the substitute products I have discussed with you earlier. Threat of the new entrants, yes, if you are already working in a particular products of for 3 4 5 years, then there can be a new entrant which can give you a better competition. Or otherwise, say suppose you are already you are in a cold drink market, last 3 4 years you are doing very best. Okay, then what will be your
दवाई खा
substitute
गए
products or services? Your substitute products will be like ice creams, है ना, छाछ है, दही है, मक्खन है, जो भी ठंडी ठंडे प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो सब्स्टिट्यूट प्रोडक्ट्स हैं। अगर मान लीजिए आपका प्रोडक्ट कहीं किसी शॉप पे नहीं डिलीवर हो रहा, नहीं मिल रहा, यार भैया वो कोल्ड ड्रिंक देना, नहीं अवेलेबल, अच्छा यार बहुत गर्मी है, ठंडे में क्या है, तो दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स विल गिव यू दी सब्स्टिट्यूट प्रोडक्ट्स और दी सर्विसेज, है ना। आपने देखा होगा घड़ी के लिए सबसे बड़ा सब्स्टिट्यूट प्रोडक्ट जो है वो मोबाइल है ना, क्योंकि घड़ियां हमारे हाथ से रिमूव हुई, नाउ इट्स काइंड ऑफ अ बैंगल इन आवर हैंड्स, नथिंग एल्स, बिकॉज बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं विच गिव्स यू द क्लियर आइडिया अबाउट व्हाट इज टाइम, जो ना टाइम क्या हुआ है वो हमको बता देता है। तो मोबाइल उसमें सबसे बड़ी चीज है, तो इसलिए सबसे बड़ा सब्स्टिट्यूट जो घड़ी का रहा वो मोबाइल रहा। मोबाइल में सारे फीचर्स आ गए, और उसके बाद जो रिस्ट बैंड्स आए, ऑल्दो उसमें इतने फंक्शंस नहीं है जो मोबाइल को रिप्लेस कर पाए, लेकिन घड़ी को एक और बहुत बड़ा सब्स्टिट्यूट मिला जो कि घड़ी न बांधने का कारण था, विच वाज रिस्ट बैंड, जिसमें मेडिकल फीचर्स भी बहुत सारे आ गए। आपने कितना पानी पिया, आप कितना वॉक किए, आप कितना थके, आपने कितनी कैलोरी बर्न की, आपने कितनी देर तक लंबी सांस नहीं ली, आपने ये नहीं किया, आपने वो नहीं किया, दैट वाज अगेन अ बिग सब्स्टिट्यूट टू द हैंड रिस्ट वॉच। Okay, so this was about it. Now exploring the adjacent opportunities. What are those opportunities which we need to understand? So these are the adjacent opportunities. You see, pursuing the adjacent opportunities may give you the winning strategies. Now let us understand what researcher says about that. In last few years studies, the researchers has analyzed the growth and performance of around 200 corporations. They found that the companies with more sustained profitable growth had used a systematic, disciplined approach to expand the boundaries of the core business in an adjacent space. Some companies expanded from one geographical market to another, while others applied an existing business model to adjacent segments. Now, let us understand an example of Procter and Gamble. Procter and Gamble's Crust toothpaste brand is an example. In the late 90s, Crust was floundering, but Procter and Gamble revitalized the brand by moving into the other categories, teeth whitening and brushing, with the introduction of Crest white strips and spin brush. So these are the adjacent segments. Adjacent segments माना जैसे पहले हमारे पास विम बार आता था, तो विम बार आता था, तो उससे पहले वो हमारे पास हम लोग राख से कपड़े ये बर्तन धोते थे राख से। अभी भी विम बार और वो सब जो आता है, वो उसका जो मेन इंग्रेडिएंट होता है वो राख ही होती है। तो राख में नींबू और कुछ कुछ और सोडा एजेंट्स मिला के हम विम बार और इस तरह के केक्स बना लेते हैं। नाउ विम बार 100 ग्राम में, फिर एडजेसेंट इसका मार्केट क्या है 200 ग्राम का, फिर इसमें 500 ग्राम का भी आता है, विच गिव्स यू अ डिश ऑल्सो, एंड दैट उसके साथ एक स्कॉच ब्राइट फ्री देते हैं। So this is the adjacent market which provides the product and increase the sale also. ये अब आधा किलो का है, ये पूरा महीना चल जाएगा, and the Scotch Brite with a dish is free. So this kind of activities will give you the adjacent markets, and increasing and changing the geographical location will also give you the adjacent opportunities, because if you shift the geographical location with proper analysis, then you increase your market volume. So this type of two things will explore help in exploring the adjacent opportunities. Now the company used the same kind of channels to reach the customers with the same marketing framework, and may add the business more than 200 or 2000 million of new sales, because volume has increased because of either geographical change or with the adjacent product line also. If you have added those adjacent product line to your basic product, so this could happen that you may add the 200 million or 2000 million of the new business, new sales for next year or the upcoming new brand in the new year. Then again one has to keep his or her finger on the pulse of the market also, because which exactly gives you a clear picture to maintain that proactive approach and profitability outgrow with your against your rivals, business rivals, obviously, by uh, finding the new ways to expand outside your core business. Yes, that is really very required, because many of the you must have seen this विम बार पहले केक में आता था, अब वो एक लिक्विड में भी आ रहा है. देन स्लोली आई हैव सीन फ्लोर क्लीनिंग में भी आ रहा है. सो दैट आई एम टॉकिंग, आई एम टेकिंग एन एग्जांपल जस्ट अवे. तो वो बिजनेस एक्सपेंशन जो है उस तरह का, दैट इज रियली रिक्वायर्ड. इस तरह की बिजनेस एक्सपेंशन आर रियली रिक्वायर्ड टाइम टू टाइम, बिकॉज दैट विल गिव यू अ न्यूट्रलाइजेशन ऑल्सो. एक न्यूट्रल अप्रोच भी मिल जाती है उससे. ओके, एक न्यूट्रल आई मीन एवरेज अप्रोच जिसे कहना चाहिए मिल जाती है, नॉट न्यूट्रल अप्रोच, सॉरी, एवरेज अप्रोच मिल जाती है अपन को. और एक नए बिजनेस एरिया की तरफ भी हम रिलोकेट हो सकते हैं. सो then let us understand what is uh, opportunity analysis. In opportunity analysis, last point is understand the business environmental factors. What are these factors we need to discuss? So these are the major factors actually. It gives you the broad area about the business. We need to analyze the overall business environment also, which will give us, which will probably give the impact on the company's performance and the way industry actually operates. So we are actually discussing about the business environment, which includes many factors like particular technological developments, if it all happening in the market. Then if government regulations have changed, then if any geopolitical shifts has happened, then we need to understand if any, if any economic indicators have seen that GDP has raised this much, GDP has reduced this much, or any market shift. Market shift means this thing, share market shift. Or if any trade policies has changed for import and export, or in any internal uh, any internal suppliers or supply rates has changed, or any social and cultural norms or constraints have shifted from one end to another end. It may happen. So these are the business environment points which needs to be analyzed. Let us take an example. Companies in the life science and healthcare sectors currently facing the number of potential disruptions, and that contributes to ongoing uncertainties also. If we see the market of such companies includes the attempts to reappeal or replace the affordable healthcare, or affordable IT policies, like many other drug pricing or drug strategies have changed. Okay, now other factors may impact the market, which includes uh, rising, if any of the healthcare is, rising its prices, which is coming like out of the pocket. So, or any physician shortages. So this gives the kind of a factor or challenges with us with this. And we need to analyze the market research very fast, gathering and synthesizing the informations, and getting the getting the blueprint of that information, how it is going to affect our business. And all the categories can be taken in a significant time and significant effort, with or without significant expertise. Sometimes we ourselves are experts, sometimes we hire expert, but that market research reports has to be, you know will be really helpful to put our leg up in the market. and many official reports and market research companies may give you, and these reports will also share the clear understanding of the customer, competition, the particular industry, and the business environment analysis like we discussed just now. So this kind of information, market size, market share, market forecast, and say customer demographics, and many kind of analysis has to be taken care of doing market research, because that will give you the future growth analysis of the or opportunities in the future growth as well, or any if any emerging market strategies are there, or any next generation product innovation ideas that may give up give you this in through market research. So this was the point for today's lecture. If you have any doubt, you can discuss me now. We have 6 7 minutes to go, and afterwards we will be receiving the lecture of Professor Mohan Singh. So tomorrow will be our last lecture and will be the course completion of the course. All 5 units are completed in all respect. 4 units, all 4 units, I have supplied you notes of all the 4 units. By tomorrow, you'll be receiving the notes of fifth unit also, and afterwards I'll provide you the MCQs of all 5 units. And meanwhile, I have supplied you the assignments 1 and 2, which contains all the 4 units. Assignment 2 carries questions of unit 3, 4, and 5. And as I discussed with you about the days, I'll declare it by today, by tomorrow, the submission status of assignment 2. Okay, so and I'll share with you the post survey form also. So your syllabus is going to complete by tomorrow in all respect, covering each and every point of your syllabus. As I have written the syllabus in the notes of every unit, that this was the syllabus and this much we have covered. So 100% we have covered our syllabus in each and every point. Even if you have any doubt or you need any explanation or you need any detailed point, please ask me. I'll give you and provide very soon. Thank you. Thanks for attending. I'll call it a day now. Thank you.